Look, I think when you look at what is called nowadays in the West the outbreak of populism, I think you've got to kind of demystify this a bit. I mean, the truth is there are anxieties across Europe today. Those anxieties, in my view, were a major part of what led Britain to vote for Brexit, but they're actually anxieties shared across Europe, and they're part economic and part cultural. Part economic because there's a certain stratum of society which has seen stagnating incomes. People who used to do skilled jobs with a reasonably predictable salary and a high level of self-esteem now have been replaced by lower skilled jobs with less esteem attached to them. So I think there's an economic part to it, and there's a cultural part. You know, the world is changing fast. Immigration is a huge issue, frankly, all over the Western world right now. I don't think it means that people have become racist. I think it does mean that people feel that they're losing control over the forces that are shaping their lives. So to that degree, I think, you know, yes, this model of liberal democracy is under challenge, but you know, it's for us who believe in it to find solutions to these problems. So, you know, my view is, for example, in relation to Brexit in the UK, there's no way you're ever going to change that position in Britain unless you deal with the things that have given rise to it. And there's no way that Europe is going to get out of its present problems unless it accepts that there are fundamental anxieties of its citizens across Europe that have to be met and dealt with. But you can do that within a democracy. You know, the job of the person who's operating in a democratic system is to listen and then to lead. You know, and the listening and the leading it's an important balance. But if you do listen to people, there are solutions to those problems, and it's up to us to do it. For example, in my view right now, if I was back in office today, as well as dealing with these anxieties, I think the single biggest change that's going to come down the track at us is the technological revolution. I think it's going to change absolutely everything about the way we live, work, think, about how our public services should be formed and provided for, about how our welfare systems operate, about how government should operate. The first group of politicians that understand this technological revolution can access its opportunities and mitigate its risks. In my view, they're going to own the future of politics. But these are the big questions to which we've got to have answers today. If we have answers, then the anger subsides. If you don't have answers, then people come along and ride the anger. And that's really frankly, what's happened in the West right now.